Hey guys, this is the first real video for Panic Attack Mode where I'm going to be giving advice. This is really exciting. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Kate. I used to be Tuesday of the 5 Awesome Dreamers, but I have given up my time there so I could do this. Be appreciative. I've been living with Generalized Anxiety Disorder for the past 7 years of my life, and I've been making videos about Generalized Anxiety Disorder on and off since about January this year, I believe. And today I'm going to be making a video regarding the question that I get all the time, which is, how do I know that I have Generalized Anxiety Disorder? I have to clear up two things before I get into this video. The first is that this doesn't have to apply to just Generalized Anxiety Disorder. This can apply to pretty much any anxiety disorder. The second is, I am not a doctor. I don't have any sort of certification to diagnose you. If you want an official diagnosis, you should go to your doctor. I can't tell you that you have it or you don't. That's not up to me to decide. But I can help you decide whether or not you think that you have an anxiety disorder, and then whether or not you want to take that to your doctor. That being said, let's get started. The way that you diagnose this disorder is just how you diagnose any other medical problem, because that's what it is. It's a medical problem. And just like any medical condition, in order to be diagnosed with it, you have to have symptoms of the condition. If you have a common cold, you're sneezing, you're coughing, you might be stuffy, etc. Symptoms of an anxiety disorder basically come down to this. You are worried or nervous constantly about things that don't really matter. And I'm not talking about, your school pictures are coming up, and even though it's not really that big of a deal, you're still worried about it, and you don't want to look goofy or whatever. I'm talking about, like, you'll think this pencil is going to come alive and eat you. I'm not even just doing that for the humorous effect. Honestly, one of my anxiety symptoms when I was little was I was afraid that I was gonna eat the pencil. I was afraid that I was going to eat the pencil, and then I would die because of the lead. By the way, pencils are made out of graphite, not lead. Good to know. I still wouldn't try eating them, though. So if you're worrying all the time about something absolutely ridiculous like that, and your family and friends don't understand why you're so nervous about something so ridiculous, and if it happens often, like you think the pencil's gonna eat you every day, those are nice little red flags. Emotionally, when you have this disorder, you're going to feel very scared all the time. You're going to feel very apprehensive, almost like something's about to happen, but you can't put a finger on it. Almost a premonition of something bad happening, which it's not. It's just your brain playing tricks on you. And you're just going to feel very uncertain, very tense, very on edge. Physically, it's common to feel very tense and jumpy and extremely nauseous, especially during the period of time in which you're focusing on a worry. And behaviorally speaking, you might notice yourself putting things off, not being able to concentrate or enjoy yourself at all, really. Now, those are the textbook symptoms, right? But they're out of context. This is what you need to know. There is a difference between a normal, common human being worry and an anxiety worry, or as I call them, anxiety thoughts. If you are able to control your worrying and your nervousness, and you can, get the worry and then just shrug it off, or recognize that it is irrational and irrelevant and go on your merry way with life and be pretty happy, then I wouldn't say that you have an anxiety disorder. It's when you can't control the anxiety and when it's affecting your life that makes it a disorder. Anyone can have anxiety, but a disorder is when it is greatly affecting your life and your inability to live as happily as you once did. Another symptom that I view as an extremely bright red flag for having an anxiety disorder is frequent panic attacks. And a panic attack is essentially when all of your worrying becomes too much for your brain to bear. Think of it this way. As human beings, our brains have this certain mode that they can get into when we're in danger. It's like when something bad is happening to you, a switch goes off and all of a sudden, your palms are sweating, or your heartbeat's racing, or you're breathing really, really fast. You're essentially panicking, and this is, something that would happen if, a bear was chasing after you. Your body is going to say, danger, danger, freak out. And that's natural and normal to have. That's what our body should be doing to protect us if a bear was chasing us. But with an anxiety disorder, what's going to happen a lot of the time is a switch is going to go off when there is nothing happening. There's no bear. You could just be sitting in class, and then all of a sudden you're having all those symptoms, you know, heart rate, breathing rate, nausea, and you feel almost like you're gonna die and nothing happens. And that, my friends, is what is called a panic attack. So if you're thinking that you have an anxiety disorder, think about the symptoms that I just described and think to yourself, do I have them? And if I have them, how often do I have them, and how much is it affecting my life? Is it preventing me from living the life that I used to lead? Am I less happier? Is it negatively affecting my life? Is it making it harder for me to get up and face every day? Because if it is, then yes, I would consider I would definitely consider going to the doctor and getting a professional to diagnose it and take further steps from there. Do you have those symptoms, and are they affecting your life? And that's pretty much what it comes down to. I hope this has helped some people. I apologize that the videos are so long. It's just very hard to get all the information that I want to get in the videos in a shorter period of time. Please, please, please send in your questions if you have them to our Tumblr page at panicattackable.tumblr.com/ask. And also, if you have an anxiety disorder that isn't generalized anxiety disorder and you're experienced on it and you want to help me out with giving people advice on it, please get in contact with me. Also through the Ask box, you can send me an inbox on YouTube or something. I love you all. You're stronger than you think.